Okay, here's our Bobcat L85 compact wheel loader. We got snow tires on this guy. Back here is where we check our fluids. Here's our engine oil. We're gonna check and make sure that that is in between the dots. Here's where we fill hydraulic fluid. Don't put diesel in there, that's hydraulic fluid. Over on this side is where we put diesel in. And then to close the hood, you have to lift up a little bit, push this guy in, and then the hood will close. We walk around the machine, we look underneath it, make sure there's no puddles of oil, flat tires, anything like that. It's got fluids in it. Here's windshield wiper fluid if you need windshield wiper fluid. Jumping in the cab, tap the screen button one time. If you look at the center of that, that's your glow plugs going. So as soon as that goes out, we're good to start the machine. And then you just press and hold. She's running. And then that's how you shut it off. Okay. Here's your parking brake. Parking brake is off. As far as the other switches over here, you got lights, auxiliary hydraulics, beacon. We're not going to use this. This would be like if we're snow blowing or something. Windshield wiper, front and rear, fluid, heated seat, and we got our defroster. There's our HVAC controls right there. We always want to have our lights and our beacon on whenever we're driving. We don't want to have our rear lights on unless we're actually out of sight. We got tail lights in this machine, so that's press once for front work lights, twice for rear work lights. But then over here are our road lights. So we just have those on. There's our horn. Got our flashers. We don't want to use those unless we're stuck or something. Just use your turn signal just like a normal car, and then we'll have our beacon on that lets everybody know we're going slow. This is how we run our boom, the joystick right there. So I took it out of the park brake off, and then right on the front of this is our shift selector, forward and reverse. Okay, so we're gonna go out of the shop. We'll hook up to a LD10 Artic sectional. That's what we're gonna have on this machine for the most part. Okay, so before you go to hook up, here's our bucket lock unlock. So we're gonna press and hold the unlock, and then these little tabs pop up. That's your quick attach, and then it's gonna sit and beep at you until you get hooked up. What I want to make sure that we don't do is that we don't drag the bottom of the quick attach on the concrete when we're hooking up. So make sure you don't go too low, because we'd snap those quick attach latches off if we did that. Try to do this with one hand. Could be interesting. hooked on but not latched, and there. Push our button, it actually latched on its own there for a second as we were backing up. I think it was worried we were going to take off without being locked, so we're going to make sure that our implement's actually hooked up. Okay, it's not falling off. And then if you look off to the side, kind of hard to get on this shot, but there's you can see your pins going through the quick attach plate on both sides. Right there. Okay, so our implement's on. To use this Artic sectional. So first thing you do, set your boom all the way down on the ground, and then you are going to just roll the plow forward with your tilt until the plow starts to scrape, and once it starts to scrape, you're in good shape. If you roll it forward and you can see these little triangles through the moldboard, you know you're too far forward, or if the plow itself starts to tip up on its toe, then you know you're too far forward too. So you just set it down, roll forward just a little bit, the plow will start to scrape. And I'll get out and show you the plow here. So if you look, we're our shoe there is flat on the ground. We're not on the toe, and we're not sitting on the heel. We're just flat on the ground. This triangle is what I was talking about. If the moldboard is forward of that triangle, you're tipped way too far forward and you're going to damage these poly blocks. And then when you break the poly blocks, it no longer performs like it should, and we got to repair it. So we don't want to break the blocks. Another way that blocks get broken is by using it like a bulldozer, driving into piles, especially frozen piles. So as soon as the front of your shoe contacts the pile, lift the plow straight up as you're driving forward. Okay? Don't curl the plow and try to like push the snow up, because that puts a lot of stress on these bottom blocks and will break those. So just come into the pile and lift up as you're driving forward. And if you do that, we should be in good shape. If we do end up breaking a block, we can bolt the sections together. There are bolts and wrenches right here to do so. Another warning is to not break this door. It's pretty prone to breaking, so don't just let it slam shut. If you need to get out and close it manually, and then you pull on this rod there, and then the same with closing it. Make sure that it doesn't slam shut or get caught in the wind, because if the door breaks, we still have to finish our shift, and it's a lot more fun to finish your shift with the door. So we also have rabbit mode and turtle mode. You're pretty much always going to be in rabbit mode. You can see it change up on the screen when I push that button. And that's basically all the features that you're going to be using in here. There is an error for the backup camera that goes off if you hear beep 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 occasionally. It's just because the backup camera isn't working. So if you want to check that, you can hit the home screen here, click this knob, and then I navigate the menu with the knob, click on service, view service codes, camera not connected. Okay, and I mean, you can make sure that there's no other codes, but that's been a problem since we got it. So that is the Bobcat L85.